Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. If you have seen some of the geometric pattern coloring books that are my all-time favorite, they're David Hinken Jr.'s books. You're going to notice these kind of closely resemble those. But these are not by David Hinken Jr. They are by another individual, and I don't see that she is on here anywhere, and now I cannot remember her name. Yeah, I mean, it is not listed anywhere, but it is styled very much after David Hinken Jr.'s, but one big difference, and I just kind of real quickly flipped through these. I have not looked at all the patterns. These are much simpler than David Hinken Jr.'s. His are quite detailed. The vast majority of them are anyhow, and he has 16 volumes. She has a lot of different ones too, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like them or not. And she has a couple of different styles, so I ordered one of each, and you'll see what I mean by the difference in these books. I will link these two down below, and in the description when I tell you, this video is about, or in this video I will blah, blah, blah. I will mention her name. I'll look the name up and include that in the description. So another thing that kind of, I don't know, does not have any of the volume numbers on the outside of the book. It's just called Geometric Pattern Adult Coloring Book and Geometric Pattern Adult Coloring Book. And they are different volumes. So why it's not listed on the outside, I don't know. But let's take a look at this first one. We do have a nameplate page. Let's get this one out of the way for now. And we jump right into the pictures themselves. We do have a color test page here. Now, this particular book, as you will notice, has the black and you color the white, meaning it's got the real thick black, and then you kind of, how do I describe that? You'll see what I mean. It's a little bit different style than the next book I'm going to show you. Okay, so they are single-sided. So your alcohol markers will work great in these books because the lines are so, thick black lines. So yeah, I think alcohol markers like your ultrafine tip Sharpies and Bics, yeah, I think they would be great in here. My pattern books, I typically like to use my glitter gel pens, but I think in a book like this, if you want to just quickly color a pattern, if you don't like that tediousness and, the real detailed work, these would go much quicker, and especially if you use alcohol markers. Now, something like this, no, you could still use the alcohol marker, but you could use, your glitter gel pen. And I know this pattern is probably driving some people's eyes absolutely bonkers. Kind of reminds me of some of my other books that are the optical illusion coloring books. Looks a lot like this, but I like this kind of stuff. Yes, it kind of drives my eyes bonkers too, but yeah, I like this. So I may in the future, get a couple of her other books. I want to color a few out of these books just to make sure I'm going to like them first. But yeah, from what I could see, just kind of quickly looking through the list of these books, there are quite a few. I can't remember if these were the only 2 lines of books or if there were others. But yeah, I thought they were really neat. But yeah, they do kind of play tricks on your eyes, don't they? But as you can see, alcohol markers would just be great in here. So very quick coloring. Now that really messes with the eyes, doesn't it? But these are the kind of pictures I love. You're not having to go around in circles and stuff. It's just straight lines. So, yeah, I think these will be great fun. I could see this one in rainbow colors. Or this, too. Ooh, reminds me of flame, so I could see like yellow, orange, and red in here. See, now why, for some reason, my yellow, purple, and pink comes to mind in there. I don't know what comes to mind in that one. Sometimes, though, you know, when you're flipping through a book and stuff, all of a sudden some certain colors just pop into your head. And we do have a blank page at the back if you want to test some mediums or some color palettes out. On the back of the page, back of the book, we do have some images of designs from inside the book. So, again, that's Geometric Pattern Adult Coloring Book. And next, we have Geometric Pattern Adult Coloring Book. Now, this one does not have the super, super thick black lines. This one's a little bit different. Again, we have the nameplate page in the front, color test page over here, and then we have the thinner, but it's not super thin. You know, this is kind of the thickness that I like when doing it with my gel pens. But again, these would work great with the ultra fine tips too. Whereas that other book, you could probably even use just the fine tips in there, and it probably would work just fine. I think you may want to use the ultra fine in these though. So these, like I said, are much simpler than the David Hinken Jr. books, if you don't want to get into such detail. So sometimes I'm just feeling, you know, something simple and easy like this. And then other times I'm just, yeah, give me one of those super detailed pattern books. That's kind of neat. Oh, now I know this looks kind of simple and crazy and stuff, but I like doing. One time I did a picture kind of similar to this, and these I did all in shades of purple, and then the other ones I did in shades of like turquoises, I believe it was. All shades of green, I think it was. And it turned out really cool. It was more like they were shaped on the side and they looked like cubes, but it did have the different sides like that, and it turned out really neat. Now this one has the thinner lines. I'd almost have to use gel pens on that one. Another real simple one. Very thin lines on that one. Would definitely have to use gel pens or something like that on there. That's different. Oh, I like that. Like that too. One thing that's nice about these books versus the David Hinken Jr. books, I only have one thing against those books. They go right up into the spine. And so they're really hard to color. These do not go right up into the spine. So that's kind of nice. I wish his were like that, but I'll put up with that. Because I like them so much. I wish he'd come out with more. He did one time comment on, can't remember what video it was, but he said like a thank you for showing his book and stuff. So I had asked him if he was coming out with any new ones, and he said he was thinking of it, but I haven't seen any yet. Oh, I like that too. Oh, that's cool. That's different. Now, see, now this isn't quite so much of a repeating pattern or symmetrical and whatnot. So this I don't like quite as much as the others. Not quite sure how I would color that. See, now this I like. I especially like this one with the dark in the middle like that. See, and even just something like this, you know, just something that repeats. Doesn't, you know, once you get your main colors, and maybe you want to change each row and stuff, but, you know, then you just keep repeating. Oh, and I like that too. And that's the end of that one. And again, we have a blank sheet in the back. So again, on the back page, we have some samples of designs from inside the book. So again, these are 2 of the many that are out there. And again, I'll link them down below and in the description. I believe it is a woman these lines of books are by, so I will state that in the description. So thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed seeing a couple of additional pattern coloring books. I've had comments from a number of you that said I've kind of gotten you into coloring patterns and designs where you thought you would never ever want to do it. But it is very stress relieving and relaxing to do, and I think that's why I like it so much. So thank you again for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a terrific day, and as always, happy coloring. Bye guys.